Hello, hello, everybody. So I'm glad y'all were able to get on. And Patricia, I'm not sure if you've met Cho. Cho was saying the two of you may not have met. So Cho, wave. There you go. And I
Hi,
think everybody else knows each other, right? Yes? Everybody knows each other?
yep.
All
Nice
right.
meeting
So,
you.
yeah. Okay. I'm going to share my, first of all, I'm going to kind of show a little bit of a big picture to kind of help you figure out where you're at right now, where you're starting from, and then what it takes to get to the next level and why you would want to do that. Does that sound good? Okay.
Before we start, I just want to say
Yes.
that if I have to leave or the meeting, then please I apologize, but my husband might need me. And
Sure.
so, yeah,
And I'll post the recording in the Voxer and in the Facebook group. So
okay,
be
great.
sure
Thank you.
to check those places. So, and I'll try to be succinct. We won't drag on. But I'm going to share my screen. And so the first thing to understand is, where are you? And this is a picture of our compensation plan, basically. And most of you are pretty familiar with it, but I just want to kind of lightly go over. So there's a distributor here at the bottom, and I don't know if you can see my little spotlight. See if I can make this happen. There we go. Okay, so this little red circle. So everybody starts as a regular distributor. We call it a dealer. They get the retail sales profit. If they can complete the HLP or over time get the right amount of PVC, then they're going to get a promotion to this direct distributor position and get 6%. If they do it in 30 days, they get the bonus. That's our fast track. But they don't have to do it in 30 days. They can do it over time. I'm going to tell you, it makes more sense and it's easier to do fast than it is slow, because you don't really get any traction doing it slow. And then there's the next position, which is where y'all are at. Congratulations, because this is a great place to be. A virtual franchisee says, I have seriously worked on my business. I have made real effort to get customers and to tell my story. And you either get here by completing the 2,000 plus, which is the 2,000 plus a new team member in the first 60 days, or you got here cumulatively. So the next position is the sales coordinator. So the difference between the virtual franchisee and the sales coordinator, and you'll notice that this is gray, a darker gray, and there's a line right here, because these first four positions are like the beginning positions. And so a sales coordinator is top of the heap of this area. It means you now qualify for the full 22% commission. You'll notice that these other positions higher up still only get 22% commission. So right now you're at 14. So we're going to add to get to that 22%. That's the highest amount. So every time you put in an order, you're getting what you qualify for, the retail sales profit and 14% commission. And that additional, 8% is going to your upline. Whoever is above you that qualifies to get the full, the difference between what you have and the sales coordinator. So we want you to have it. We want you to get all of it. And that's the beauty of being a virtual franchisee. You're going to get the 14% commission. Now you'll also notice this black line. So everyone in the black line area qualifies to get the 5% bonus. And so as a VF, you're now in the first position that allows you to maximize and get an extra 5% based on your performance. And to get to sales coordinator, I would say first let's get the 5%, because that's going to get you to sales coordinator. And then we'll look at exactly what's required structure-wise. So in all of our positions, there's two things that we're looking at. One is volume. How many customers do you have that is generating a pay line? You know, what they're paying each month determines what you're getting paid. So the volume. And then the second thing is the structure. So as a distributor, there's no structure. A dealer distributor, as a direct distributor, there's no structure. You just have a few orders. As a virtual franchisee, if you did it the fast track, then you have one teammate who may or may not be doing a whole lot, but at least they probably have their own order. So getting to sales coordinator is the first position where you really have to start focusing on going out. So I will liken it to Jesus, and then he got his disciples. Jesus had us a great message. He couldn't do it all by himself, or he didn't want to do it all by himself. I'm not going to limit him. But he put us in pairs, the disciples, the apostles, and said, go out and tell this story. And, you know, if they don't receive you, shake your sandals and go to the next house, the next village. And that, if it's good enough for him, we kind of say it's good enough for us. And I kind of take that pretty literally. So find a buddy, get a buddy, grab your best friend, get your spouse, get a buddy to do this with. They don't have to be on our team necessarily. You know, people work just fine with people on other teams. It is very nice if you are on the same team, because then you're building each other up. I mean, they may be downline to you, so you're working both at the same time. But get a buddy. The 5% bonus is going to give you an additional 5% on every order you put in, and every order the direct distributors underneath you put in, and every order that the dealers put in underneath you. So I'm going to ask a question here. Let me stop the share for a minute so I can see y'all again. So far, does it make sense? Do you know where you are as a virtual franchisee?
Yeah.
Do you understand what it takes to qualify your business? I know Jeannie does, because she's had a qualified business for lots of months now. Congratulations, Jeannie. So
Couple years.
Yeah, lots of time. And that is powerful. So do you understand, between all of your orders, between all of your dealers' orders, and between all of your DD's orders, that totals up, and you're looking for a PV of 1,000 each and every month. What will happen is you're going to get more than that, and the excess is going to start saving in the bank. It will save up to 1,000 in excess, and that's there as your Dave Ramsey put aside 1,000, you know, your emergency fund, because every time you promote someone who is a dealer or a direct distributor, every time they move up and you promote them to VF, now you don't get to count that. So that's why you're building wide, so you're bringing on frontline. Not everybody has to want to do this seriously. We love and appreciate all the people on our team, no matter how much they do. And the people that join your team and aren't doing a whole lot necessarily, they're still adding to your bottom line. They're still helping themselves and maybe one other family or however many get healthier. So no matter if people do a little or a lot, we appreciate them, we love them, we take care of them. But if you're serious about creating an income, if you're serious about working this mission, then you're adding frontline and you're getting to a qualified position. So I would say that's the first thing under your belt. So you need to understand how to do that. And that's by telling your, and what I would say is, let's look at this again, because now you want to be, I'm on the missiondriven.info website, and if you go here, you're going to find 3, 4, 5-minute videos on how to tell your story, on how to talk to people, how to close a sale. And what I would tell you is there is not one, and Kurt Beavers did a training on this just recently, and I think I shared it on our Voxer. We are by nature comparing all the time. And if somebody's doing it on social media and they're building their business fast on social media, we think, I got to get on social media. What are they doing? I got to do it. And then the next person's having salad in a jar, and we're like, oh, I'm not doing that. Let me go do salad in a jar. And the next person is doing, wine and wellness parties at their house. The deal is we all communicate and live in our world a certain way. We want to continually grow, but find how you are most comfortable first. So your inner circle, you're going to get your inner circle started. And I'll tell you, one of the best things that I've enjoyed doing is those launch calls, a Zoom call like this that's a launch call, and you get your friends and family on this launch call, and there's a little script, and we walk right through it. You tell your story, we tell them what you're up to, we let them know that you're looking to grow your business, you're looking to help people get healthy. It may not be for them, but maybe they know somebody. It gives an opportunity to tell people what's going on. The other thing is certainly, and this would be ideal if your people are closer by, is to have an in-home launch party. So people can actually try the bars, try the shakes, try the gummies, see the capsules, and they're one-on-one with us, and they get the feel of things. So those are the first two things. Going back to, if you were starting as a beginner, those would be the first things, is let's, in the next couple of weeks, put 3 dates on your calendar. If you're already very active on social media, then yeah, maybe that's one of the events that you do, is social media. And we have the Facebook parties for that. The deal is don't try to be somebody you're not. Be you. Be you first, be sincere, get your inner circle, and then we'll work our way out. And my suggestion is, let's work, each one of you that wants to do this, we'll work one-on-one, and we'll call people together. We'll look at your list of people, we'll call people together, we'll put events on the calendar so that they have something to come to. I know Cho has been doing something really fun, which is taking the monthly health education on Healthy Living Revolution. And what is it, every other month or so, you're having a webinar. Yeah. So she gets her friends on like this and then shows the 20, 30-minute video. This last month, it was Dr. Stricker on kids fueling for performance. This month, it's going to be heart attacks. So it's going to air on Sunday, the 8th. And so you can be thinking now, because pretty much every adult is thinking of, knows about cardiovascular is #1 killer, and they don't want to die of a heart attack. So educating people about that is going to be really valuable, and adding value to people's world is paramount. So I invite you to reach out to me and say, Lori, I want to talk with you one-on-one. Let's invite some people. Let's do some events. I'm not there with you, so they can be virtual, whether it's Facebook party or a Zoom launch call, or even if you have an in-house party and I come in on, your phone or whatever. So there's lots of options. Any questions so far? Because now I'm going to get to the sales coordinator part. Okay.
So to have the 5% bonus, you have to be qualified. Is that correct?
Correct. And then you get that 5%. So you're setting yourself up. If you're a sales coordinator and you aren't in bonus, you need to be in bonus. You need to
be qualified.
Maximizing everything. Right. So they'll call it PBQ, Performance Bonus Qualified. They'll call it qualified. they'll call it a club. You are a club once you have a qualified business. So getting to sales coordinator, let's first talk about why, which I already talked about the 22% commission. But as a sales coordinator, now you're in the very first position that allows you an additional 4% promote out bonus, which is POB. And that is what you make on the people, the team that you have that promote to sales coordinators. So in my mind, you want to be qualified before you're actually there. So you don't want to get someplace and then have to wait 2 or 3 months before you get the benefit of it. So they have it set up right. As a VF, get qualified, work your way up to POB as a sales coordinator. And I won't spend a lot of time on that because let's get there first. But I do want to show you.
So are you saying that the 4% you get on sales coordinators under you?
Yes.
And okay, you said that you're a 1 club when you are qualified. So to be 3 club, do you get to count yourself or not?
No.
Okay.
Your club level.
I'm a club for you, but I'm not a club.
Yeah. Your club does not qualify for yourself. It gets you to the position where you get the benefit.
Yeah.
But then you want to pass it on down and you want your team to qualify.
Okay.
So here it is. I'm going to show you. Now I'm going to share my screen again. Although.
Hello, I have a quick question about 5% performing bonus.
Yes.
So you have to have 1,000 PV, which you have to have a qualified business before you can earn the 5% performing bonus.
Correct. So every time, every month, 1, you're not a sales coordinator, and 2, you're not PB qualified. That means that amount of money is going somewhere else. The difference in the 14%, the 22% is rolling up. The 5% doesn't roll up because you're not making it off of them. You're making it because you have a qualified business, because you're bona fide and working your business. They're going to give you an extra 5%. You get that based on having, your business qualified. So let's talk about, so first I wanted to set the stage for where you are in the compensation plan and where you are right now. And what's the very first thing is let's get qualified, a qualified business. The second thing is let's look at what you need to do to get to a sales coordinator. And this shows 2 paths. One is the slow track on the right, and there is no bonus attached to it. And it's the slow way. However, a lot of you are already halfway there in this one. And I'll tell you that we did not have a fast track when I was doing it, so the slow track was the only way to do it. So the fast track, you can restart again in any 6 months. And when you complete this within a 6-month time frame, which is basically acting like you're starting brand new again. So you're basically in your brain trying to do an HLP and then a 2,000 plus and continuing on with your team. That will get you in 6 months the $600. So let's look at the first way, fast track, what you need to do. If you're an existing virtual franchisee, which all of y'all are, you need 6,000 points. So that's the volume aspect. And then the structure aspect is you need 3 separate lines underneath you. 1 is a DD and 2 are VFs. So a DD is someone who's done their HLP, and then the 2 VFs, one of which has got to be a 2,000 pluser. So that means you've got 3 lines. One is a DD. They could have gotten there by doing an HLP, or they could have gotten there the slow way. Then you have 2 other lines. They're both VFs. At least one of them needs to have done, 2,000 plus within 60 days. They want to make sure that you're not using any household members as a teammate that you're counting in this. I don't think that's an issue for any of y'all. And then it does say must be performance bonus qualified in your own business to achieve sales coordinator. So
Does that mean self-qualified or just qualified?
Just qualified. Just qualified. So you must be PB qualified. You got to have those 3 lines. There's a time frame and there's some specific things. The best strategy, and if you're someone who's brand new starting or someone who's doing a brand new restart, is to help 3 people get a 2,000 plus. That gives you 2, 4, 6,000 points, and it gives you 3 VFs, and they all fast track, within that 6 month. Only one of them has to do it within the 6 months, but basically this is the fastest way to do it. So find team, help them do the HLP, help them do the 2,000 plus, and you're in. The reward is 600 bonus points, dollars for you and your sponsor. You get a free conference ticket. Now, you're going to get, the difference between the VF, 14%, you're going to get your full 22% commission. You're not leaving anything on the table. And because you have a qualified business, you're making everything possible. You're not leaving anything on the table. You also, if you do this within the 6-month time frame, that puts you in a special group that starts to get free leads from the company. And I'm going to tell you, I still have a lot of customers that were just given to me as free leads. So if you do their fast track, free leads means someone went on to the juiceplus.com website, ordered Juice Plus, and since every customer has to go through a representative, you're in the list and they give them to you. I don't know the exact, whether they just go in an order. Usually they try to give you people that are like within your city or close by, but not necessarily. You also get a business partner from the company. So that business partner, like Gloria Cooper or Alicia Paganoni, they link arms with you and help you, along with myself, help you to navigate through structure and volume and strategy and where are you and where do you want to go. It is like a dance. The more you do, the more often they're going to be connecting with you. If you're going fast and doing a lot, you're going to be talking pretty frequently. If you're not doing a whole lot, it may be once a month or once every other month, or it just depends. But the whole idea is you will be happier. It will be easier to do if you go fast. And again, that's in a perspective, based on perspective. But you will also be eligible to be admitted into that Brave Leaders program, Brene Brown. So there's a lot of neat stuff if you do the fast track. Any questions on the fast track? There's volume and there's structure. If you're a brand new representative and it's because it says 8,000 points as a new representative, that's because you're going to do your own 2,000 plus. And so that's how they get from 6 to 8. You do your 2,000 plus, you help 3 other people do a 2,000 plus, that's 8,000. Okay? So any 6-month time frame, you just decide and work for that. And tell me and I'll help you with it. Again, we'll work on events and fill in the calendar. The other way, slow track, there is no bonus. There are strategic times when it's just as advantageous, if not more, to do the slow track than the fast track. So one of those times would be if you're already almost completed the slow track, it's your decision. You can start all over and get fast and get a lot of rewards, or you can keep moving, get the promotion, and go from there. It does not put you into the free leads program, and it does not give you a business partner until you start generating enough business for yourself. So the no bonus slow track, 12,000 points over any time. And I'm going to tell you, I think most of you, if not all of you, already have 12,000 points. So this is cumulative, and you will know when you look on your PVC report, it'll say points yet to points you still need to accomplish for the next promotion or something like that. And it'll be empty because you already have 12,000. And if you look over 2 columns to the left, it'll show 12,000 points or more. You can have a lot more than that. So that's the volume aspect. And then the second aspect, the structure, says you have to have 3 direct distributor lines. So those are 3 DDs. Maybe they did the HLP, maybe they got there the slow way, but you have to have 3 DDs. But then it also says you must be in performance bonus qualified in your own business to achieve sales coordinator. So you don't have to be self-qualified, you just have to be performance bonus qualified, which means you and your orders, your dealers and their orders, and your DDs and their orders contribute to that 1,000. Okay?
Lori.
Yes.
What is different between self-qualified and qualified business?
Self-qualified means you have enough customer orders under you that you would qualify regardless of what your team adds to the amount.
So that you yourself will do a 1,000.
You have 1,000, and as you're moving, this is like one step, because you'll fly past that, and pretty soon you'll have a couple thousand that you're creating between you and your team, and maybe you're creating 1,500 of it, and they're creating 500 or whatever. But and then you'll zoom on past that. So it's just on a timeline. It's one simple step. Right now you're starting to climb a mountain, and it's kind of like a rock. But if you want to get to the top, you got to get over that rock. And there's going to be other rocks along the way. And they're milestones. They show you are bona fide in what you're doing. You're putting forth an honest, on purpose effort. And that you're not doing it by yourself, because you cannot get to a sales coordinator position without team. And you can't get to VF without, you need team, but they really don't have to do much. So to get to sales coordinator, you're starting to create and find people that want to do something with you. They want to do the same thing with you. So it says on here, the reward for slow track is, again, you get the retail sales profit and you get the 22% commission level. So you get to decide, and then I'll help you work towards it. Once you're in as a sales coordinator, you cannot go back and try to get into the free leads and business partner program. So doing it this way to start with is the best, but you get to decide, because the bottom line is while you may not make the bonus, you're still going to make the same paycheck as someone who did it the fast way. And in reality, you're wanting to grow your business as fast as possible, and as wide as possible. So when you grow wide, you're gaining structure. When you start duplicating, that structure is going deep. And that's important, because in order to get to a national marketing director or even the next level, you have to have so many lines, but then they start requiring some depth. You know, those lines have to meet certain requirements. So first I want to ask, does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I would say that to work on this, I want to know. I mean, I want to team up with you. I want to link arms with you. You say you want to do this. I want to help you. It is still a dance. I can't pull the truck by myself, you know, but if we're working together and we can make some things happen. So I would say the other thing I want to show you is, let me share, because they have a neat tracking mechanism or form. Let me get this to go away. They call it a 5-1 tracker, and I think it's ideal. Once you have, and it kind of walks you through first doing an HLP, and that's what the 3 green ones are. And then you have the blue, that's going from the HLP to the 2000 plus. But as you're doing a 5-1, a 5-1 means you're going to add 5 new customers. Ideally, they're getting a trio, but you know, something. Let's not count just a vineyard or just a complete, you know, let's count a trio of some sort, whether it's the Omega or with the vineyard or a quad or a shred package. But each month, this is a great goal. This is reasonable, and it gives you a reasonable target to start with. Now, you certainly can change that target, but I think over time, I've seen this play out as a very good target. 5 trios in a month, 1 new teammate in the month, and a 1 after that. This first one is green, so you're helping someone do an HLP, which is their order, their mom's order, their husband's order, or their sister's order, or the next door neighbor. 3 orders. That's going to help them get the HLP. Then you have a 1 that's in the blue for down here. This is the 1, or could be the 1 from your month before. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. So the first month they do the HLP, and then the next month they do the 2000 plus. So that your first month then, maybe you're just doing a 5-1, the first one. Or maybe you have someone on your team already who's ready to do a 2000 plus. But this gives you something, this will grow you at a fair clip. You certainly could double or triple this if you wanted. We've had plenty of people do that, getting 10 or 15 orders in a month. That's, yeah, that happens. And it's not unreasonable. And then get 3 teammates in a month. That's not unreasonable. But if you want kind of a steady clip of what you might pick, 5 trios, 5 new trios, and then a new teammate. So we'll call it a 5-1. And then you're helping, you're not just dropping that teammate and then the next month starting over. You're helping that teammate along go from the HLP now to the 2000 plus. And we all know that everybody doesn't want to do all this. So sometimes you'll go through several frontline to find someone who wants to do what you're doing. So I would encourage letting them know what's going on and what you're looking for and what you're trying to accomplish. And hopefully what you're trying to accomplish is you're trying to make your world a better place. You're trying to help people not have to be on so many medications, not have to have the autoimmune diseases, not be taking, you know, not being able to fulfill their life and doing the things they want to do. So, does that make sense? Okay, raise your hand if you understand the first thing to do is get performance bonus qualified. Okay, the thing that gets you performance bonus qualified is going to missiondriven.info and starting all over. Start over and listen to the what do I need to do? How do I need to talk to people? Listen to that. Team up with me. Let me know. Let's talk about the kind of events you want to have. Y'all can team up with each other because actually 4 out of 5 of y'all are in Southwest Houston. Southwest Houston, yeah. And Jeannie's not too far on the east side, but 4 of y'all are fairly close together, and you could team up, the 4 of you or 2 of you or whatever, and having events. They could be events that you alternate having it at different people's houses, or you figure out if you want to have the virtual events like we're doing. They're scripted and they're simple and they're easy and they're not pushy, but they're sharing your story. And if you go back to the missiondriven.info and go to get started at the beginning, it's going to tell you, figure out your why and what's your story. And those are foundational to being successful in this business. You got to know why you're doing this, and you have to be able to articulate that in your story, because that's what people want to know. They don't want to know what you're selling. They don't want to know all about the research. They don't want to know how many countries it's in. They want to know what's in it for me. What happened to you? What's in it for me? So the story of hope, the story of what if, that's huge. And then you got to open your mouth and tell that story to everybody who comes along. You have to create conversations and be open to conversations. And sometimes those conversations will lead nowhere. You know what? That's experience. Then you just practiced. Sometimes those conversations will lead somewhere, and at that point, and if you don't know what to do, call me, Lori. Okay, I did what you said, or I did what it said, and now I don't know what to do, the next part. Fine, let's work together and close the sale. But for people to get the most out of Juice Plus, if you're not taking all the products, then that's the first thing. Make sure you're taking all the products, because you can't sell all the products to people unless you're taking them. Are you consuming the shake? Are you consuming the bars? Do you have a Tower Garden? Are you taking the quad? Because I'll tell you, the first thing you're going to tell people is, I'd recommend you do what I do. My family and I, we take all 4 of these and the shakes and the bars. But if you're only taking the Duo, they're going to say, well, what do you take? And you're going to say, well, I take the Duo. That's, you know, and people get to start where they need to start. If they need to start there, that's okay. But if you're going to represent it and sell it, you want to come from a point of authority. You want to come from a point of experience and say, yeah, I take all of these. And hopefully you're a rep because you believe in the product, so you take all the products. That's part of it. So that will help you, and then it will model for them, because you don't want reps on your team who aren't consuming the products, they don't know how to represent the products because they don't take it. So y'all are amazing. Y'all are powerful. I'm so glad. And Andrea, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but hopefully you'll come join us in Austin. And looking forward to, and Melanie, I guess you were not decided either, but Cho and Jeannie and Patricia are all going, along with several other teammates. Matter of fact, we're up to getting 5 tables of 10 between Donna and Cheryl and our team. So, and I have to tell you that we were not able to get the tables today because in 2 minutes they were sold out. that's how fast it went. So we're going to have another opportunity. So if you, as soon as you decide, you can let me know, and I'll let you know whether or not, we were able to get the tables that we wanted. But that just shows, and what the word is that Austin has been predicted to be the biggest conference ever, and it's showing itself that way just based on the prayer breakfast. So they're completely rehauling the prayer breakfast to get a better site, or not a better site, but to reconfigure and maximize, I don't know if there's doors that open or whatever, but to get more tables in there. So awesome.
So we didn't get tickets?
We did not get any tickets today. So we have to wait, and we'll just see. All is not lost. They're still in the pre-sale. So, but
anybody, well, if anybody has any ideas on where to stay, let me know as far as finding a hotel.
So I posted in the Facebook group that there is a Juice Plus live group where people are posting whether they have a room or are looking for a room or need a roommate or want to be a roommate. So that's one resource, and I've been hearing that it's been hard to find a place, and certainly I am willing to open up my home. Still have to drive a little bit to get there. It's like an hour, but I would rather do that than have you not come. So I think that there is a lot of stuff that happens in Austin. It's a hip happening kind of town. So the sooner the better. And there's people on there, like I said, looking for roommates or whatever. So post that you're looking for a roommate and post on our team page. I'll post in the JP Team Houston. So other Houston people, I'll post it in Donna's team as well. And so does anybody have a room and have space for more roommates in their room? Jeannie, do you?
Not right now.
Okay.
And unless, I don't know if there's a possibility of more people in our room or not, because we've got 4. So
okay,
I think that's
that's one thing, is to find out from the hotel. Do that, because then you get to split it 5 ways if you're interested. But you can find out, are you allowed to bring in a rollaway, whatever they call it, rollaway bed? Because lots of times they'll let you do 5.
Well, I probably, Leslie probably wants to go with me, so it would be 2.
Okay, you and Leslie.
Yeah,
okay.
So I would have to find at least a place for.
And keep in mind that I believe that the deadline for getting the early bird price for your ticket of $100, I think that is through the 14th. So this week or next week, you need to get your ticket. Otherwise, it goes from 100 to 150.
Let me ask you something. If somebody that's not a customer wants to go, do they still have to pay the $100?
If they can go free on Thursday, and yes, if they want to go to the whole thing, it's $100.
Okay.
Yeah. So like if, let's say Ronnie went, or a neighbor, whatever, yeah, they would need to pay, because they would have to have the badge. And do remember that Thursday night is free. So if you know someone in Austin, near or around Austin, invite them. Invite them to come. Look at your customer list. Ask them. Some of them may say, oh, my child lives in Austin. I can do that totally, So we won't get this opportunity for a long time, I'm thinking. The last time it was in Houston was in 2012. Is in Dallas. So let's make the most out of it being in Austin and being close enough for us to not have to catch a flight and fly, So however I can be of assistance, ask me. and I'll be more than happy to try to help. We are having a team dinner Thursday evening. That first night, there's a team dinner. I don't know all the details as far as we have a room for like 100, and it looks like it's getting pretty full, which is why I have that, head count thing on Facebook, because I need to turn in numbers and I don't want anybody to be left out. So if we need a bigger room, we need to know it. So should I count you and Leslie in, Andrea?
You could. We're planning on going.
Okay, and I don't know the pricing for that yet, but when I do, I'll let y'all know. My gift, Bill's and our gift to you, is a ticket to the prayer breakfast, assuming we can get them. So that's assuming I can get them and everything, but that would be that's our gift to you, because we want to encourage you, and we know that the prayer breakfast is one of the most encouraging things. So that's really, really cool. Hi, Emma.
Hello.
I saw you. How are you?
Bye.
Awesome. School good? Okay, so any other questions? I'm going to tell you that Friday is going to be a big Zoom call with Steve Shapiro. I'm getting other NMDs who found out we were doing it, and they're like, I want in. Can my team get in on that call as well? Steve is amazing, and the story of how he found out about Juice Plus, his personal story is really amazing. So that's going to be Friday at 12:30, and I will plan on, if I can remember, to record it. So please join us if you can. All right, spread the word to your team. I'm not sure if everybody's looking on the Facebook and the Voxer groups, and just know that more and more stuff is going to be coming there. So try to check that out on a regular basis. Okay?
Okay.
Awesome. Congratulations. Thank you for getting on. Did you have a question, Cho?
No, I don't. Thank you.
Okay. Very good. Y'all enjoy your evening. Reach out to me and let me know what you want to do, and let's team up and do it, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. All righty. Good night.
Good night.
Thanks.